salutations. Welcome to the Sunday night hanging right here on,
Sunday Fun Day.
Mazel. Tonight's a fun show. It's the Safari edition. Bookending the day. We started out the day 8 hours ago over on, we invaded Charles 75N's channel because he left the keys unlocked.
Right.
So Seth and I, we carried on traditions and we guitar safaried through the lunch hour for me and breakfast hour for him. And then we took a little time off, and then Trev, he did the OU812 Cavalcade of Stars. Yeah. And so we're all doing double duty today is what I'm saying.
Right.
And so
it's a two-show club.
It's wide open. We're doing...
There's another common thread.
Two fellas are going to do edibles for every super chat. I'm going to play the sax every time a super chat comes through. Plus, a fella did find some edibles himself, but we don't know. They're either 50 or 100 each. Every time, if I hit a $50 threshold, I'm going to eat one of these. So at 50, 100, 150.
You just
on top of the... And then we got some watermelon soda pop to wash it all down. Cold snack style. Oh, look at that. Coca-Cola and NASCAR. Guess where I got that? Yeah, no idea. And then, Seth has his favorite cold snack. Looks it was canned in 1918 or something. And then Trev's got the old Lemmy Special whiskey mixed with air rated for
water on the back. Water
on the back. Water chaser. And we already got 22, 23, 22, 23. Will someone keep 23. Jumping inside outside? Just close the door. We're not.
Must be a revolving door.
Yeah. Someone's stuck. Speaking of lifestyle choices, it's like fella can't get out.
Get out of this thing.
Let's see, who do we got in here? Anyways, we've got some guy named Presley's California Customs. Never heard of him. Apparently, Bo is now boutique and artisan with his locally sourced Detroit runt. Sure. Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. Mason Douglas is here. What's up, Mason? Good to see you. Joe's here. He's a send help. Thinking he ran out of TP. Hobo Roadie's here.
What up, Hobo?
And Retro Puffer. Awesome. Ferd Murphle, the Grand Poobah himself. We got Herb of Fireside Studios.
So I should go and watch this show.
Yes. Blackjack Guitar here. SGS Studios. Dave Chase himself, legend. Ben Allmark. Dastardly Dave. Awesome. Jeff K. Rob Blackmore. Official! Exclamation mark.
Rob.
Get in there. With
it's official.
Aliens and sure. Hit Metalworks is here. He doesn't have any of that stuff. Sorcery and chicanery.
Rob's really hard to at because you'd have to go find the alien emoji and all this other crap to try and
it's not easy. So, if I don't tag you when you say hi to me in a chat, Rob, that's why.
Yeah,
I don't know where the aliens are. What's the hotkey for aliens? I don't know. Paul McNary and 11 of the cats. The rest are out on patrol. Dusk being what it is. JP Page 2 is here. What's up, Jim?
Nice.
Always a pleasure. My knees hurt.
Cheers, knees.
And he's here as well. Yes, both. Yes, I'm both. Rev knows. He logged on. I'm stretching. He's like, what are you, 75? I'm like, yes. Feels like it.
All day, all night.
All day, all
night.
All
connected.
Billy Baloney's here. Michael Krause. For the early birds, early risers, all of them. All right, now go back down the bottom. Mark's Gas Station, Josh Tanberg. Nice. Josh. Albus Band coming off his rock and roll show last night.
Nice.
581. Stephen Douglas. Eye Doctor, Trev. Just saying. He's as cool shirts to the two of us. Thank you. We're going full party mode. We got the Willie shirt and the Bobby Allison vintage hat, folks.
Nice.
That's how you know it's a party. I got the party hat on officially. That's for sure. Nice. I think I caught up with everybody.
Was that the flash that you're wearing there? Or kind of almost looked like the Greatest American Hero there for a second.
It belonged to my stepdad, and he was the slowest human being. As far as if we ever had to travel, he had to take Valium because he got off, and so he would just He was not the Flash.
Super mellow
shirt.
Right on.
And I inherited it, and you know, people have said that I also move slow. I think it's like the nature as you learn it. If you don't rush through things, usually you get a little bit better perspective, you know, than if you just fucking blaze through something.
Take your time, smell the roses.
Yeah, let it clear. You know, if you got a hazy thing of water, you let it sit for a while, things get clearer. If you have a hazy IPA, might not be the same.
Jason Lindholm's here. The lawnmower tapes.
Cheers, lawnmower.
Big Wave Dave in the house, ready to drop in. Don't drop in on me, Dave. Don't take my
Martin Hensley. He says, just popped in to say, hey guys. What's up, Martin? Good to see you. All Dave All Night says, Ben, yes. Did you ever get the chance to try Reefer Man's Willie Nelson? No, not yet. But I would. If offered, I would not turn that down.
Oh, yeah.
There we are. On that note. And anyone else joining in, we're up to 38 watching. I have 0 bandwidth. The cat's probably using it all. Who knows? I don't have my iPad with me, so she's probably watching cat videos.
Forums. Yeah, the cat forums are really demanding on gear.
Yeah, bandwidth, all the bandwidth. Mad Raj in the house.
When you have 11 cats that are all typing away like this, it totally bucks up your bandwidth.
Dan of New Jersey in the house. Lawrence Cash of Alaska may be lurking or asleep. He warned me by email, Trev. So I'm just saying. Okay. He says, I'll be there, or I might be asleep because hashtag lifestyle choices.
We'll just mark him as present for now. Until otherwise.
Oh my God. This smells so strong.
Oh, you opened yours? See, mine's still hermetically sealed here.
Zach Song in the house.
Light. Hey, brother Zach.
Haku Indica Cannabis Infused Worms.
You know what? I'm going to do the first bowl on the house tonight.
You know, bring it, because we have to inspire people. What we're trying to do is pay for...
Not that I had one right before we went live, but, you know,
pay for Ben's StreamYard, which is, like, StreamYard is the reason why, one of the reasons why Ben is able to allow us to come here and hang out.
Yeah.
Has the platform to bring 3 people on and do a bunch of collaborating and all that. So,
yeah.
Like, you got to pay for it, right? That's one of the reasons why...
No.
Well, how much is it? I don't know.
It is on an annual basis too, right?
Yeah, you pay annually, and I think it works out to about $20 doll hairs a month.
All right,
240 US, which comes due in a little.
There's different tiers too.
Yeah,
different tiers with different.
Yeah, like sets. If you have the free version, you know.
I noticed that.
Yeah,
you got the duck
in there, boxes, and
you end up with you know, like
right.
Is the duck here? There it is.
The duck. Yeah,
but I can get rid of the duck, so I could put like I don't know. We put our logo there.
Canuck.
You know,
if I see the Presley logo, the Presley
Lawrence. You know, that spot is for sale, folks. You want your logo placement there? Hit a fella up.
Oh yeah, hit a fella up.
What's the headlines? What's that? Oh yeah, that's that.
You hit the little ticker too that says Seth Presley is actually an asshole. Don't ever have him work on your guitar because he might do something bad to it. And not only that,
Rob Baker.
Yeah, the ticker at the bottom. That's
ticker.
Zach Dong.
We don't have tickers for Sundays.
Zach Dong hitting the bong.
Just by being here. Hit the like.
Whoa!
Oh, here it comes.
Oh, there we are. Oh, geez.
Oh.
Well, I got to do 2.
Yeah, I see we got Blackjack, and then we got
Marshall Murray.
Mary was a big daddy. Paul, dude, you're the man. And you know what? Blackjack.
What's 2? I'm going to do 2, and I'm also going to have to get into a gummy already.
Just the sugar on the outside.
Right.
There's a co-host of Custom Guitars on Monday nights, usually. But, you know, I was talking off air.
Upcoming?
Whew, yeah, didn't even hit it yet. Something we call music. Coming up Monday, the 16th of October, we're not doing Canucks. Canucks will be on the Sunday, which would be the 15th, a fella guesses. So we got Michael Nielsen returning on Monday, the 16th. Continuing, Trev, the cavalcade of California-based guests, including tonight. Yeah. This is 3 out of the last 4 weeks, Seth. We've had yourself. Last week was JJ.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had Sean Pierce Johnson the week before that.
Jay. Yeah.
So that's 3 in a row right there. Oh, yeah, and then Steve from Boston the week before that.
No, okay, here we go.
All right, I had 2, so I'm up to 30 milligrams.
All right.
Let's go.
This is 25 right here.
Close enough for the girls we go with.
And then there was 2 of them on there, so I'll do another one because blackjack. That is delicious. Delicious.
Mine are pineapple. They're pretty good, actually.
I have watermelon to go with the watermelon pop because,
synergy. There you go.
All right. Marsha Murray would like to try some. Some guys told me to chill me, but some. You know how you not get them to chill you to the max? You take them out of the freezer. Don't leave them in the freezer. Don't leave them out on the porch where they all melt into one giant blob of lifestyle choice.
Well, that's why you got to have all that sugar on the outside so that they don't get all stuck together.
Mm-hmm.
I've had them all stuck together, and you just got to look at that as like it's the will of God. You grab one end, you grab the other end, you pull them apart, and what you get, what you get. Oh, look, there's 3 of them stuck together. You got to eat all 3.
Oh, oops! Sorry, I have to do it because they're stuck together.
And going based on tonight being going to go right off the rails. So don't be surprised if you say something in the chat that deserves a smart-ass response. That's going to come out because my filter right down.
Filters go away after certain
speaker.
Speaker in the house. See, my funniest speaker story, Trev, is the time on the Monday show I saw him pop in. I'm like, hey, did you see the post? Steve got the trailer up and running, blah, 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 and then run my mouth for a minute and a half, and he's like, "Yeah, I was there."
Oh boy. Okay, so this is the rest of blackjack guitar because that was 10, and this is Birds. This is another 20.
Also, we should mention $5 minimum on the have to do something. Or if we get a couple of 250s, then we'll combine them for one.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. The further we go, the easier I get. It's just
right. Well, yeah. Also, I believe it might have been Charles that one night just kept doing and another and at $2
and another. Yeah. I was supposed to maybe have dinner with my wife after this. We'll see what happens.
It's still early. We got time for dinner after the show. That's the way I looked at it.
We'll see. Not need dinner. I have sleep. You ever have sleep for dinner?
Really? I get so hard hit with the munchies when I do edibles. I get creative, crazy start bringing all kinds of stuff.
I'm not going to say a fellow may have taken a nap after Pete Thorne's show today, but
yeah, man, I needed
a show. I'm still due for a nap.
Greg was going live as Pete was wrapping up.
But then I slept in this morning. I didn't check into the Safari until like 1:45.
Dang it.
Okay. Or how do I say that? Dave.
Just call him Jim. Jim.
Or Jim.
It's pronounced Jim. A lot of the letters are silent.
Cool tunes, easy.
All right.
45.
We're going deep pretty early.
Oh, we got a question. Is Charles still AWOL?
Ooh, who's that?
That's from Blackjack Guitar.
Oh. Yep. You'll notice our names. The names aren't showing at the moment, but Ben has control of the 75 in at the moment.
Guitar Man 45's lovely Jeanette pulled him away for a sec. She's cool. I'm going to say. A few times she's kind of done little cameos, Trav.
Yeah.
She's cool.
Yep. I do believe she said hi a couple times too.
I like it when the grandkids come in. He's like, "Hey, do you want to say hi to my friends?" They're like, "No."
No.
Metal works.
Hip said, "What is this nap thing of which you speak?"
Oh yeah,
like you've never had a nap, Hip.
It's like a short sleep.
Yep. Michael Easter's here,
and they're kind of finicky because I mean, if you go too long, you just wake up worse.
Oh,
you got to kind of.
I did. That's where I basically you know, Trev, some time ago I gave up the coffee in the system,
Mm-hmm.
but I found, you know, especially if a fella has a show in the evening and he wakes up from a nap, you got to have an instant coffee. God damn it! Now I got to have that qualifies as an edible now.
Really? Oh, that is. That absolutely is. This is another 15.
20,
I have
30, 35.
Right. Feel free to pace yourself, Seth. I'm just saying. Feel free.
No, I'm keeping up with that. I'm being true to the people.
I know. I'm just saying. We want the show. We're only 15 minutes in.
Right. Yeah.
You see, but the
We're not on a sprint here.
They know. See, that's the thing, because they've seen the marathons before, right?
Right.
They know. You can't be chasing the shit out for an hour. Let's make them do it all at once, and we get to see the results right away.
Yeah.
Those it's a trip how those two look so much alike on the camera, but they look so different. The two sparkles, that blue, it's a blue and a purple.
Speaker asked, do they make edibles with caffeine? I wish.
I think so.
Maybe.
I think they do.
Well, probably
chocolate.
Because America, I had the closest I came was caffeinated chewing gum. Had downside. It was disgusting. Oh my god, I could taste the caffeine.
They make weed, chocolate covered espresso beans.
Oh,
espresso beans.
yeah.
Zach Thong had a question. Comment. What the hell is there? My Simon and Patrick acoustic guitar is getting some work done to it, and Taylor over at Arden's Music is doing the work for me. Taylor does amazing work, Zach.
Right on.
Cool.
Jeff K says, "Hey, when did the chat get here?"
Her. I already flippity beep bop bop beep boop bop. I've been speaking Martian for a while. I took care of 2 5-year-old boys last night, and if you ask them, I've convinced them that a Geometric is the fastest vehicle on the earth. So I took them down. I showed them my Geometric. I was like, make sure to tell your dad.
Speaking of which, you're free next weekend. 1 week from tonight, we're going to do a Canadian Thanksgiving group hang. So
nice.
You're invited, Hip.
Yeah. All of our honorary Canucks, you guys can have 2 Thanksgivings as well. Because I kind of celebrate the American well as well as the Canadian one. So.
Yeah.
Might as well. Double the fun.
Oh, now I got to have one of these.
Now, I think when you feel on it, you're going to have an idea whether you got 50s or 100s. Because I think when you did that 100 the last time, you said you could taste the distillate.
We'll figure it out, by the time the half an hour rolls through. And really hit you.
It's just the strength of the taste of the flavor.
Hey, not totally rock hard. That's cool.
Yeah. Cheers to this Anthem gum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are 100s.
That's all the distillate.
So I sold the guitar today, man. It was good.
Right on.
It tastes like I'm chewing a palm tree.
Oh.
So woody. What's up, Tom? Yep.
Cheers.
That was 100 milligrams at once. Perfect.
Tom, are you talking about Friedman amps or Friedman guitars? They're both
one
killer.
of the
Friedman amps are killer. I played a couple. Friedman guitars are badass. I have a friend out here. His name's Mark. He has a collection of about 10. And they don't make them as far as I can tell anymore, right? They're done with making Friedman.
They make them. They have a different builder.
Oh, they just stopped for a while and you couldn't get them for a while.
They're onto their
that was supply chain nonsense.
Call them up. I would have builded for Friedman in a minute, dude. I could do exactly those builds. They are awesome. I love those.
The original guy who was building them also builds the, I want to say, Shabbat guitars. And then after he stopped doing it, then that's when Grover Jackson started doing it. And then when Grover retired, now somebody else is doing them. But there was a brief pause there. But even then, when Grover was building them, he had a team with him working under him. I think it was a lot of it always ends up on his bench, Trev. You know what I mean? Right. All guitars pass his bench, and that's where I think he would do any final whatever, just
the quality check.
Which is similar to like if you buy like a Sir, John Suhr isn't building every guitar that comes out of there, but
You're probably looking at every one of them.
more often than not, they pretty much all come across his bench at least at one point, just for him to look at and go, "Yep, I'll put my name on that." Literally.
Yep. There's probably a couple points along the way that he maybe wants to look at it. Right? There's like a quality.
Because Earl's got the caps lock stuck on because he's yelling.
Earl.
There you go.
Visited
He's
Ed
like,
Roman.
"We all drinking." All right, we got the Jones
I have not.
watermelon. Is it going
Nice.
to focus? It's not going to focus. I'll just read it. Yeah.
Yum.
Watermelon soda. So,
I should have brought non-alcoholic beverages down here.
and then
Go grab yourself a water.
cold snack, and Trev's got some assembly required on his cold snacks. Keeps it separate, keeping separated.
The water's empty, but I brought myself a little homemade Gatorade. And I bought a little tin of powder, right? Mix it up just a little lean.
Yes, Billy. Dennis Fano does check all of the Novos. They do all end up going across his bench, as far as I know. Oh, and also, what I was going to follow up on, Seth, was, like, say, Grover Jackson was building Friedman guitars. Now he builds Morgan guitars.
Okay.
Because if a fella or fellette follows or is friends with Joe Morgan of Morgan Amps out of Nashville, Tennessee, you'll notice every once in a while he'll put up for sale a Stratocaster-shaped object or a Telecaster-shaped object. And he'll say, "Hey, does a fellow or fellette wants it before I list on Reverb?" And it's like, let's say $4,000, and you're like, "Whoo!" And then it's like, then you found out it's Grover's building them in his, I don't know, probably his garage or his basement or his living room. I don't know where he builds them. I'm not there. I don't know. He won't tell me.
Didn't Morgan used to be in L.A.?
Possibly.
I think he would, because those are the amps that Todd plays. And
What's up, Lee?
I'm from him. Anyway, he probably moved to
Barge.
Nashville because that's where you sell them.
Those, well, no. It's not it's Elbarge. It's Lee.
Yeah.
And then I saw, there it is. And I got wicked indigestion, folks. Oops. Easy with the double taps, Ben. All the pressure in the upper Vegas right now. What do you think of the new Friedman IRX? I don't know. It's digital.
From what I've seen, I think
It's a hybrid. It's
a
the mullet of gear, Trav.
It's a tube
analog in
preamp.
the
I mean,
front,
I'm
big
considering
back.
getting one just to plug into the return of this 900 and see what it sounds like with a BE preamp instead of a 900 preamp.
It is like a tube preamp, then you got your IR.
And the big big caveat would be, I mean, our good friend John DeShane, he's going to be looking into getting one. Because for those times when he's not able to turn on his wet, dry, wet with the 3 cabs and the microphones and all that stuff, because
hashtag has a family at home.
now he can plow through that into the IRs, into the rig. And so he's already sent the email out to Dave Friedman to ask him to maybe draw him up a little diagram of how to put that together. So it seems like a pretty cool thing. And apparently they're in stock, like they're in the stores. The stores have them. There's lots in stock. It's not like
I
the first 100
saw
people get one and then it's 6
had a
months for
whole
more.
tone pyramid of them on the, because Dave shared that on the face space. There's Brent. Easy on the driving.
Cheers, Octopus.
No texting and driving. Put the phone down. Just listen. Go into full-on lurk mode. It's the mullet tones. Tube up front, digitally in the back. Exactly. And then, Earl's, again, yelling. Easy, Earl. Easy. I got one. I'm assuming he's yelling because he's excited, Travis. All a fella can figure out. Bonkers in the house.
Right on.
And Michael Krause says, I thought Morgan was part of Boutique Amps, which is out of the LA area, which I do believe they are building them for him because it's easier than a fellow just having to build them himself. Just outsource it to a group of quality builders. That's fine. So, there, and I think I'm caught up.
I think the story was when Todd met Morgan to get he wanted to get an amp fixed or something. No, here's the thing. He had got a Morgan or something and had a problem with it and called about it. And the dude said, come on over, and didn't even know like that he was a touring musician or whatever. And then he came over and like fixed him. And then from then they got a relationship. and this is years ago. So he's been playing those for at least a decade, I think.
I got to meet him.
Sweet.
How many names can I drop, Trev? I got to meet him at a Novo party, like a party at Novo Guitars.
Yeah.
The night that RJ Ronquillo and Rhett Shull were presented guitars.
Cool.
And Morgan was there hanging out because Aaron from Elvis Band, that's another name drop, was there hanging out. He goes, "Hey, meet Joe Morgan." They were hanging out together for an hour or two, just having a blast. And of course, met Dennis Bano there, and Rick Beato was there too, Trev, because where Rhett Shull is, Rick is usually around. They usually are together. So it was. I called
it's
him
the Rick and Rhett Show. The Rick and Rhett Show. It's Rick and Rhett. You won't regret when you tune in to Rick and Rhett. All right.
Exactly.
Like Rhett would be the little sidekick hanging by. Come on, Rick. Can I? And then, but then Rick would get older because his hands are going to be cramped, and then Rhett's a shredder.
I got to answer a question Brent's been asking. I saw that in the chat earlier too. I couldn't get to it because of all jam. DSL-1. I used to have the DSL-1 Octopus, but I sold it back to the guy who sold it to me kind of as a favor, and that's how I ended up with that crappy Epiphone and that amp we gave Unky Mark. So, yeah, I do miss it. Some regrets, but it was a favor for a guy who really...
It happens.
Yeah.
Herb suspecting things have kicked in, possibly.
No.
It's like running Stimpy.
Definitely not. I feel nothing. Earl Coyle. Sorry, I do not.
All good, Earl. Well, see, Earl, if you use the caps, just expect to get razzed on. That's all I'm saying. That's the way I burn in jest in fun. Yes, because you're one.
It appears to me that Earl has correctly spelled distracting. That would have taken me at least the rest of the hour.
Well, this is the thing, I'm seeing, engage and, he's using words and phrasing and grammar.
I spelled distracting, in.
Yeah.
That's how you
I always say, just don't use all caps trying to get attention in a chat. Don't do that. That's like yelling over top of everybody else. That's a no-brainer. But the only person that got away with all caps all the time was Thomas Santiago. Rest in peace, Thomas Santiago.
Yeah. Do miss him from time to time.
Which, ironically, his screen name was all lowercase. But yet,
right. That was the poetry to it for sure.
That was the irony and poetry. Yeah. Oh, now we're getting all the look at everyone.
But guess what? I get to do when I sell a guitar. One of the things I get to do, which is fun, I get to order the parts for another guitar.
You did ask.
Yes.
Terry.
Yeah.
So that'll be neat. I can't stop buying sparkle bodies. I mean, I can't.
I get it.
Mr. Sparkle.
I'm like, hey, what does a fellow think of this? I'm like, that's all the sparkle, and as all guitars should have all the sparkle, in my opinion. Gretsch set the standard that said, "See, this is how much sparkle you could cram on one guitar," and we all went, "Wow, that's a lot of sparkle." And then I don't why any company uses any less. The thing is, it seems like Gretsch has the trademark on the big metal flake, right? They go for the huge metal flake, where everyone else goes for more of an actual metallic, if you will, which is a finer grain, if you will, folks. We'll say more of a refined powder-esque.
Super refined.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm thinking more sparkle.
Michael Easter, if you all caps, Terry will get a fourth G and kick your ass. Sure. I love it.
Terry 3Gs is a superhero. People should know that. He will arrive if you are in incorrect tuning, or if you wrap the wrong way around the peg post, he will show
Terry
up.
Will not give you shit for incorrect tuning, because believe me. We've been jamming off air, and I'm like, ooh, I might want to tune his guitar. And when I say that, that says something.
It's bad.
What does John say? It's strobo time?
Strobo time.
Or John's subtle way, because John's not here to defend himself. He'd say something to you, Seth, like, "Hey Seth, what kind of tuner do you have?" And you'd say, "Oh, I got this." And you say, "You ever think about using it?"
Of course, right. Have you ever used it? No, I've never used it.
More
Never run out of
is
batteries
the
in
new
your
more
car.
Exactly. Oh, now there's a paint video you want to see, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, the guy paints it up. You're like, yeah, it's not bad, but can you get more sparkle?
More sparkle.
It's not bad, but can you get more sparkle?
More sparkle? I like the amount of sparkle that is actually offensive and take one away from that. So just below offensive.
Well, that's where you just get the old Zacto, right? And you just pull out one single sparkle out of it. You're like,
one
perfect.
sparkle comes out, and then it's perfect. But so I've done the blue, which I've got. I did a green telly, which sold. I think I've told the story, but that fucking thing sold. I put it up for sale, and it sold within 6 hours. And
Nice.
I didn't have the time to really bond with it to like play it for. I like to play it for a couple of weeks.
Well, yeah, because you do like to play them in a little bit before they go out the door, which makes sense.
Yeah, that's my guilty pleasure. Like I'm gonna play it.
You know, you build these things. Most people don't realize you put it together. You got to make sure that all these parts decide they want to be a guitar,
Right?
Because it's a new experience. Oh, Mrs. Sparkle!
Oh, so much sparkle! What does that actually say in Japanese? Does it say Mr. Sparkle?
I don't even think it's really Japanese. Certainly not the bubble. It's just a bunch of slashes, I's and sevens and dashes.
Right.
I mean, take another closer look.
That's Japanese.
This is just keyboard funniness. And with this, I don't know. It doesn't look Japanese.
I'm not knowing.
Question for the chat. Question for the chat. Who can try? Ryan,
let's just hope we don't get copywritten for showing it off. Is all I ask.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Huh?
Oh, wait, that's only when you show a certain NASCAR team's garages on camera.
Isn't that just sound based?
Hey, all day, all night.
They do visual, Trev. Because believe me, last Sunday and Monday's shows, I finally got the copyright on them yesterday and Friday, or Sunday and Monday, because a fellow was holding a saxophone on camera too much. Is the only thing I can figure. I figure we're already demonetized tonight anyway. So what are you gonna do?
Why is it that
I figure we're raising enough money to offset, and also super chats go towards Christmas this month too for the girls.
Right, it's October now.
Yeah, because October, so a fella can get paid in November to buy the gifts for December.
That's right.
My hat's getting high. No, my hat's just huge. It's a full on 80s like that.
Nice. Yeah. That's about an 8-inch brim or an 8-inch, not the brim,
awesome.
8-inch cap.
Yeah.
Gorilla Effects pedals. I had a Gorilla amp. That was my first deal.
Mm-hmm.
I would buy another Gorilla amp just to have it if it looked just like my first one.
My knees hurt.
You see it? Yeah. Gonna be high till the day.
I do feel much better. I almost feel as if the spirit has taken over and it allows me to be free.
There you go.
Let's see. Oh, Bo. Wow, chat's flying tonight. You know what was funny? I asked my daughter how many guitars I actually have. Her answer was, "Dad, you ask too many questions, and don't worry, I won't tell Mom." To that, Trev, do I say, is she single?
Right.
Doug Strong.
What's up, Doug? Great to see Doug. And Mark Taft in the chat, apparently. Because I see Blackjack Guitar saying hi to Mark. I missed Mark because I was highlighting something there. But I see him saying, "Oh, there he is." Yeah, he was just above. Just stop by, say hi. It's about to possibly need to go to Belleville. We're going to be son. Take care, everyone. All right. Cheers, Mark. If you're listening in, that's cool. Awesome.
Yeah, you inspired me to learn Purple Rain. I spent hell of time doing it.
I did not play Purple Rain on air, Seth. No. That we get
You
it.
inspired me to play a common 4-chord progression.
Yeah. I may have been playing a certain, diminished, descending chord run with sus chords and such.
Yeah.
So that happened.
I watched an interview with Wendy who showed how she actually plays it. And what is it? Shut Up and Play, I think, has good tutorials.
Yeah.
Right on.
And yes, Prince was so good at guitar. Like
at any instrument, most of those albums, it's him.
Fuck.
He's one of those multi.
And how did
He chose to wave the flag of the guitar. I mean, for all the instruments that he plays, I guess kind of like Wolfgang, right? I mean, you can play all these things, but the one you want to really call home.
And then and there he is up on stage shredding on a Hondo Telly through a all Boss pedal board.
Yeah, you play all the instruments on Earth. You don't really want to show up to represent with your piccolo flute. You're not cool.
But
dude.
I mean, some of that Jethro Tull stuff, that Ian Anderson.
Piccolo flute, dude, he can't come to next week's party. All right, I don't know. Like fucking Carl, go home.
Yeah, Prince could totally shred.
My favorite Prince story is the one Lukather told during his interview there, where he ended up inadvertently taking the room that Prince wanted at the resort for the thing.
What?
And he wouldn't give it down. And apparently Prince ended up underneath him, and he was harassing him from the balcony. It's a cool story.
Is hilarious.
It's in that Sunset Sound Studio interview with Luke. It was pretty cool. That's certainly a long watch, but worth it for sure.
Hey, I like the confirmed rumor that when he wasn't recording, he was always out back playing on the basketball court, Trev.
Right.
Avid basketball player.
Are we back in with a super sticker? Yeah, it comes up in the chat now here.
Super duper sticker.
Keith is here.
Is he here?
I can totally see him.
Yeah.
Cheers,
Wait, I gotta bring it. Right. See it? The only reason I have the popped out YouTube chat is so I can see the super stickers. And Keith H is it's going. How's it going? How's it going, eh?
No.
That's right, Retro Puffer. Prince for a long time was living in Toronto's posh Bridle Path area, which is in the beaches area, Scarborough. It's a really nice area. Excuse me.
Probably not in the winter.
After he had money.
Oh, it's still it's nice, but
cold.
Ontario
in December is
you're
cold.
adjacent to Lake Ontario, so yeah, there is that. But yeah, he was at Raptors games forever. He had like courtside seats.
Of course,
he was at a ton of Raptors games, and I want to say because he was married to somebody from Toronto, and that's how he built a studio, I believe, in the house in Toronto, of course, because it's not like
that'd be pretty awesome.
Well, it's about damn time John DeShane showed up.
There he is. Cheers, brother. What the heck am I doing here? There? I'm hanging out. We got this 2-show Sunday club going on.
Yeah, we're and apparently they're doing edibles every time there's a super chat.
Yep.
Right.
And there's been some super chats.
Half a dozen in. Yeah.
That some people have decided that they would like to
I'm 4
be entertained.
I'm at 60. Seth is probably at $1.20. I think you finished at least one of those whole things, right?
Oh yeah.
And Ben, we're pretty sure, is at 100 because
I'm at 100. But plus about to be 6 bowls.
That's what my throat's all like.
Smoking more weed?
Billy Baloney says Clapton was living down the road from him in Columbus, Ohio. And I believe Peter Frampton lived in Cincinnati area for a while. Just saying.
I love me some Frampton. He's a cool follow on the social media.
He is.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
He's a Well, because he's one of those guys. Had it all. Something happened. Rise back. Because. Oh
boy. Oh yeah. John. It's on.
Good point, Niece. Good point.
I'm not saying a word. I don't know.
Let's just say this.
Hey, what's up, Todd?
Living in California is stupid expensive. So there's some other places where if I were to, man, if my mom didn't, my mom and my mother-in-law didn't live here, I would live somewhere else. California's so damn expensive. Hey, Mr. Peabody. So Sherman was wondering what the hell. He thinks I was on the wrong channel, and he's actually been a little bit uptight. He's concerned about Charles, who we don't know.
Yeah. And by the way, all roads lead to Nashville. Everybody's living in and around Nashville now. Oh, dear Lord. Brother Laz.
Okay, we're going up to 75.
I'm going back in.
We got 2 more to do. Jeez Louise. Killing me, Laz. That's okay, though. That's
Good
fine.
to see you, buddy.
Yeah, good to see you.
I was wondering if
Had a show with Michael B today. Music therapy. Music is therapy. I don't know. I've been well into
Sometimes.
the lifestyle choices, Laz. I apologize. But you had Michael B on. Is Michael B,
Love Michael B. He's a great guy.
Yeah, Michael's documented. He's had some issues and stuff, and he's willing to share, and which is nice, and we appreciate that. So check out Laszlo. That's right. That's the actual name, Trev. Laszlo's channel.
Mm-hmm.
nice.
Should I put a link in the chat?
In California.
Can I even
Yeah,
that
throw a
from
link
Super
to
Chat?
Laz's channel in the chat there, Trev, if you don't mind.
I'm working on it. Can we? Yeah, we
Or
can go to
Terry.
from the Super Chat.
I'd ask Charles to do it, but again, he's MIA.
Terry's
And-
here too.
and
I forgot.
finding
'Cause earlier,
handles.
I was the only guy here. I'm doing this. I'm doing that because nobody else was approving the comments. All right, we're gonna.
Well,
copy
there's
this
Absolute
guy's
Mayhem.
channel.
Oh, Billy,
Jesus.
making sure I don't function. I already had to use super glue to stop the bleeding on my thumb.
And
I got
that's
2 more
such a
after
useful resource.
2
Woo!
more. I believe, Trev.
Okay,
2
yeah,
more.
because Ben, you can go to the bong loads. We could do the bong. We could switch it to these. They fly through the air into your mouth. Whoa!
All right,
okay.
I have an
Dab pen.
idea, Laz. All right, I have an idea. This is the idea. I gotta find Trev. I gotta find a pedal that's made in Hungary, right?
Okay.
And then it'll be help a fella understand because all the instructions are in Hungarian. So a fella reaches out, and so then we do a video call like this, right?
Yeah.
Boom, boom. The problem is Laz doesn't speak English.
You know it, buddy.
That's
You
content.
know it,
though.
Herb.
Yeah, exactly. I think it'll be brilliant. I just have to figure out the details. How does
Oh,
a fella?
Seth's got his helmet on.
Seth is feeling
Safety first, kids. Safety first.
These things are great. I tell you, this
Perfect. Scott entering the chat like a champ.
This is how it was free. It was on the corner, and my wife didn't want me to pick it up. And I said,
Hey everyone, apologies, which is basically honorary Canuck, right? Howdy, sorry.
Mhm.
And then he's like, so, where's Charles? Oh. Yeah, that's the
I
thing.
wonder what Cheryl Crow's doing right now.
What's up, D. White Bailey, who has a epic guitar. Where's the fellow's
Dwight
fires?
the Hitman Bailey. Cheers,
Yeah.
Dwight.
What's up, Dwight? Where's Cheryl? She used to be subscribed, but then she unsubscribed to me.
I'm just hoping we make it to an hour and a half tonight, Trev. I just hope.
Halfway? Are we calling this halfway? Come on.
I'm hoping. With the way things are going.
This is the best hat ever. Found it.
Considering I'm already grinding up a second pallet of, apparently.
Mm-hmm,
because-
mm-hmm.
And I know I'm still
Mazel.
2 behind.
When in Rome.
Yeah. Woo!
We're
Honor
told
thy
that.
pedals made in Hungary.
All right, Dan found us some pedals made in Hungary. And when we're going with the Cali Gold tonight, that I'm not going to hold up to get demonetized on, but I will.
Yeah. Oh, see, there you go. It's already
Oh,
my
Why does
fault
it
because I put Homer
monetize
on
you
the
when
screen.
it's legal, Ben? That's so mess. Oh, because it can be
Because
broadcast.
Google is technically based out of Detroit, as my cousin likes to say it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that rhymed. Sweet. Did not intend that to happen.
That's
Yeah.
great.
So I don't know. I don't know.
Because the weed shop is next to the ice cream shop down the street here in
Well,
Fairfax.
that makes sense. That's
Right? I mean, you can literally go.
the closest place to me, Seth, is just in town, but guess what? It's next door to Little Caesars.
Pizza.
Right? Pizza?
Yes, on the same block, there's a pizza joint. Not the one that we go to, but yes.
This is literally right next door in the same not only in the same plaza, literally next door.
Perfect.
Hopefully, they got an ATM right in between.
Okay.
They're good to
It's
go.
fate.
No, the bank is across the street because that's the bank my sister used to work at.
Holy moly. Scotty pulling off like a Hail Mary. Hi, everybody.
Nice,
post.
Scott.
Good job, buddy. Good
Excellent.
job.
Hey, Scott, how do you do that? Do you copy? Because I'm never able to copy and
No,
paste.
You can go to
That's,
participants.
you got to be on a computer with the @ and then all you have to do is type in 2 letters, and then you can choose from the drop-down menu thing.
See, that's very helpful.
Also, yeah, kudos, Scott, on that. By the way, shout out Ryan Hall if he's watching on replay or lurking, because I was thinking someone who does not do that. See, sorry, had to bring you on there.
Brian Hall says hi to everybody. Brian Hall's a family.
He does.
He's
He
my-
will say hello to everybody. It's great
He's
to
my
see
brother and my music-in-law.
That's right. With a cowboy emoji and a water and a buffalo. Because unless he's in this
Love that
chat,
guy.
you can't do an actual water buffalo emoji.
Oh, speaking of water buffaloes.
Moans.
Yeah. Oh, speak of which, yeah.
Moans.
Because he always says, "Oh, go ahead, set it up. I don't need to be there or make plans or anything."
Yep.
Well, we'll see.
Next to the
Tentatively. What's up, Dee Dee? Tentatively, Trev.
Yeah.
Tentatively. Actually, can you put a link to DD files in the chat if you don't?
Absolutely.
doesn't mind?
Oh, we're so hammered. You're going to ask the poor guy to type now?
No, it's
just
just
copy
clicking.
paste.
I don't even have to type. It's all clicking.
Oh, look at
Yeah,
you.
As a moderator,
I'm lost. I was going to answer into this chat, and then I looked at my fingers, and I was like,
Oh, lost train of thought.
Whoa.
Where was I going before DD showed up?
look at all the fingers I have, dude. I've got this many of them, and they all can move independently.
To quote Otto, why do they call them fingers? They don't fing.
They don't thing. They've been doing nothing all day. This one is rebounding. It took some super glue, but I'm gonna come through.
Yeah, lost that train of thought. Sorry, folks.
I'm not going to the hospital.
Somehow still got 51 watching.
I'm not going.
Got it in there, folks. There's the link to Dee Dee's channel.
Check out DD's channel. DD's been around since day one, basically. Oh, excuse me.
Yep. But I would say that the gummies work.
They're kicking in a little. You feel it?
Clearly.
You feel it.
Where? I don't see them. I can't see. Oh, there they are, and they're working.
Hello, Seth.
Whew. Holy
Look up
grief.
Fing in Hungarian. Well, not on air, Laz. That's an off-air thing. I have.
Welcome to the jungle. Yeah, you know what? Don't ever try to do a cover of Guns N' Roses. It just doesn't
Probably
work.
wouldn't
Number
happen.
one. No one can-
I'm
no one
curious
can
as to the amount of thumbs up we have, Trev, because if we hit a certain benchmark, maybe we will give an update as to the location of Charles.
Hmm.
You know, for those who care, if you care about Charles 75N, folks, you will hit the thumbs up. That's
Yep.
what I'm saying.
54 into 52 watching.
Oh, well,
Cheers.
if we have more than we have watching, then
54 thumbs and 54 watching now. Even parity.
they care. They really, really
Come
care.
on, 55 thumbs, 54 watching. Come on, folks. Just
I
a
sent the
little
link
click.
to my buddy Todd. My buddy Todd's got COVID. Sorry, dude.
Mm,
Oh,
He
that's
said it
all.
doesn't feel bad, just the sniffles, but no one
That's a
likes the
bummer.
sniffles. Especially when
Mhm.
you're on tour, and what do you have to do? They probably have to stop the tour, delay a
No
couple
doubt.
of shows. That sucks.
Oh yeah. So Charles is he's away, obviously.
Is he on a safari, Ben?
Well, he could if he was told to. If a fella makes the time,
It could
because
very
what
well
fella did
turn
is
into.
he hopped onto one of those jet aeroplanes and went cross country to Yankee Land, his actual homeland, if you will. He's not from Texas, folks. Oh, and he has been saying that all day through the chats. I've noticed that. So he's up in the New England area. Where is he? New England.
Some chowder, some lobster.
Yeah, he's checking out. What's he checking out? Stuff. Family. That's what it is.
Family trip.
Then, yeah, hanging out with. I think he was hanging out with his mom and his brother. And I told him, do a guitar safari.
I got pissed when he was hanging out with my mom. I was like, Charles, what the hell, dude?
That should be a T-shirt.
Number one, you're married, all right, and you're making moves, okay? Not cool. Oh yeah. Wait, did somebody else chat us or no? Or just
hello, Truth hurts.
Ben's catching up. He still owes us one.
Yeah.
Oh, good. All right.
One. Excuse me. Keep your eye open, Trev, for production, for a possible flyby, if you will.
Okay.
Oh, that's funny, Dave. Yeah, actually, I think he might because Connecticut is small AF, so he's up there somewhere. Yeah, I don't actually know.
I think in the Connecticut areas. I don't know.
But if there's a guitar store, you might see him, or a fabric store, he might be up there.
Could be. Bring up the map. To bring up the map.
I know. I was saying we should have geotagged him so we could have like a little map following in the corner.
Find my iPhone. Oh, would you look at that? It's Quentin James.
Hey, what? Is there audio?
Hey, it's Quentin James.
Is there audio?
Yeah,
yeah, you got audio.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
I don't hear anything.
How you doing, brother?
What?
Hello?
Hey, it's where's Chuck 75 in? I just came here to see Chuck 75 in. There's no Chuck.
No.
There's no Chuck here.
It's Ben 75 in tonight.
What a
Ben
rip-off.
75 in.
Ben,
You won't find Charles Green here.
Tone Wizard, just a Tone Wizard.
You never know with this channel, folks. Excuse me. Well, that happened. What's up, Pops?
That was a fast drive-by. He was moving. Must have been doing 60 miles an hour.
Well, he's looking for Chuck 75 in.
If he's not here, he's off to the next place.
I'm out of here.
He's going to go stop by all the other channels and see.
He's the type of guy, Brad,
quest
that
of
gets
sorts.
invited to 5 parties on a Friday night and can hit all of them because he goes in, does a lap, right back on out, hits the next
So
one,
then
goes
you
in,
do all
grabs
5
a
and then you decide which one you're going to go back to, or do you like just hope stay at number 5 when you finish up?
I want to do that. Or on Guitar Safari, we send out the link to everybody, all the regs.
Oh, you got to be careful with
Only bring, because everybody goes in the background.
Well,
And
that. You got to be careful.
I have thrown StreamYard links out into the chat on occasion.
Yeah,
I don't drink anymore, so that hasn't happened anymore.
Right.
Just saying. I'm not saying
ultimately you have control over whoever it is in the thing, and you certainly don't want to put anyone on the stream if they haven't put their camera on and they're not identified as somebody that you're familiar with.
Right.
Or you'll end up with penis.
You can just kick somebody out if they show up, with some stupid troll name.
You invite the wrong, let's say, element on, and things go sideways, you could lose your channel.
Really? That's the thing?
Oh,
How?
sure.
You have to go
yeah.
But if you were
Immediate
just
termination
it
violation
would be
of
a
rules.
very crazy, extreme situation, but it can happen.
Yeah.
because I can get confused between my YouTube channel and my OnlyFans channel. I just forget which one I've logged into for the evening. And
OnlyFans probably has some of the best screening protocol in all of the internet. Come on.
All right, I
Hey,
am
let
not
me
looking forward to catching up here, Trev. I'm just saying.
Are we catching up? Oh, I got to unapprove a Doug Strong comment. I'm not even going to read it. I'm just going to approve it because it's Doug.
Hold on, I
Nobody
can't
should
even read.
Be surprised with a dick.
Yeah,
Huh?
It's coming. Or did it already?
Charles is going to pick up his whale and telly, maybe.
Charles is on assignment. Fabric topping. Steve from Boston's trailer.
Hey, that's a pretty good story.
I don't doubt it. I mean,
it's plausible.
It's plausible. Ooh,
Terry, we got to get you involved in the build like have a build go 4 ways around, 5 ways around, and touch everybody's hands. Wouldn't that be cool?
Damn it.
Here it is.
Nobody should ever be surprised with what? Oh, gosh, I can't.
That's right. Richard, I believe he's saying. Oh, he typed it at shorthand, not Richard.
Ah, okay. With the dick, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, you don't put it up on screen necessarily, Trev. If you have to approve the comment, it's not a good idea to put it on the screen. Just YouTube
Richard.
101. There you go.
I clarified before I put it up, though. I did say it was for Richard.
Hey, what was the record night we're trying to beat?
It's one of those moments.
Yeah, the more you know. Woohoo!
Right on.
That was exciting.
If a fella has to approve a comment, a fella shouldn't put it on screen.
Oh, that's just so
Somebody's grabbing that.
We're trying to beat that.
Just because he didn't put a capital D on Richard's name. Shouldn't.
I think we're trying to get up to 200.
Oh, somebody else approved that one. Mayhem. Okay.
Excuse me.
Whoa. This is flying around again. Don't fly into my mouth. Uh-oh.
Oops. Come on. Things moving. Dexterity.
Farting blood. That is hardcore, dude. If you're farting blood, there are issues.
That's like, yeah. You might want to get that checked out. I'm just saying.
I was gonna have a heavy metal band called Bloody Stool, and it was gonna be like just a picture of a stool with blood dripping off of it.
No.
Because it was like a double meaning, Bloody Stool.
Yeah, that could be a bit
cool. So
Marketable. Not a marketable title.
I was a fan of Venom.
Excuse me.
Where they were like Venom records, you could actually spin it backwards on the record player, and it would say, "Destroy Christmas in the hands of an arsonist." Destroy Christmas. So you can tell why I'm all messed up. I did
What
that.
are you at? 150? 200, right? What are you at? How many worms have you eaten?
These are 100 each, and I've already nailed 2 solid.
2. So you're at 200.
You're
Maybe
insane.
pump the brakes for a second.
Yeah. Are you set, Trev? Just hoping to make it to the 90-minute mark, and we go from there.
I don't ever set an alarm for my phone, but I will set an alarm right now so I don't sleep in tomorrow. Because I'm going to be like so content.
You're going to be so mellow tomorrow.
Oh, guess what, guys? I got a job interview at
good.
School of Rock. I'm not going to be on this many gummies when I go there on the interview.
Like with Jack Black?
But I think that would, we have it in California. It's School of Rock. They don't teach every single note on the thing. They teach you, all right, here's a power chord. Let's play some AC/DC. So it's more like get stoked on playing and then pay more to separate people to teach you, if you want to go further. Also weeding out the kids.
You want to learn them their jazz chords? Well, that costs money. Easy there.
Yes.
You're diminished ninth.
Exactly. You want to know dominant.
Sus4? Sus4.
But for me, I would love being around a bunch of kids, helping them to make the right choices with their gear and Mr. Presley, what should I buy?
If someone helped me dial in my tone back in the day, if I had the ability to get a decent tone back in the day, that was the other.
Totally.
We were so limited by the gear that we were able to get our hands on. That
My kids' school had a JCM 800 412.
No shit.
And they had all the Ampegs. Oh yeah. Well, it's Terry Fox Theater at the school. Terry Fox Secondary School. So they have a whole separate theater that seats maybe 500.
So it's a theater thing. So they had a back line.
The music teacher fancied himself a bit of a rock star.
Well, handy.
Good stuff.
I think he met Brian Adams once or something.
If
We didn't have any guitar in the band.
You are kind of a rock star.
Other than classical guitar. We had classical guitar, but other than that, none of... I don't even think the jazz band necessarily had guitar. Other than... Trev, remember I was telling you about a buddy last night who was shredding, and then he discovered jazz by grade 11, 12.
Right. Yeah.
I believe he ended up sitting in with the jazz band just because. Because he was that good that he basically played his way into the small little orchestration, which was, I think, more of a big band type thing. I want to say more than
Cool.
jazz people say.
You throw some horns into it, and then it gets funky.
Being able, if you can, so Stone Temple Pilots is a jazz chord metal band.
Oh,
I'll
need to
allow
tell
it. That's
me.
a profound statement, but yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you try to play that.
I can
You can do it in cheater chords, but it ain't gonna sound the way
It's not going to sound right.
Yeah, when they do it, it's.
Yeah.
They're another Prince level guitar. When they do these harmonies where the bass comes up the scale and hits where the guitar is, and it's a whole different
He's not a
chord.
metal band, Scott. They're a rock band. I don't
Who's
think
that?
they're-
But
Stone
they
Temple-
crossed over into the metal genre. Sure, as a thrash metal head, I mean, I had Stone Temple Pilots in the mix. As far as
Yeah, they're metal.
non-metal rock for
I wouldn't call
metalhead,
them
a lot
metal.
of people
I think
are.
they're rock. They're hard rock or
Right.
rock, alternative rock or whatever. You want. But rock band. You're playing distorted guitar through a half stack. You're a rock band.
Yeah.
Come on.
Right.
You got dreadlocks and you're white.
Yeah.
You're metal.
The only difference is, unless you chug, that's my difference for actually metal. Trev. You know what I'm saying? Or
Gent.
do you wear a lot of leather? If you wear a
I'll
lot of
agree
leather
with
on
Scott.
stage, you might be in a metal band. Is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Whether or not that
I'll
leather's
rock.
studded,
Yep.
but hard rock. I'd say
Stone Temple
definitely hard rock.
Pilots left room for the other musicians in the band. Like when you heard.
Okay,
the
well,
guitar-
there was the two interviews. You had on Tone Talk, the guitar guy,
Okay.
and then you had Beato do the bass guy, and the bass guy, brother, seemed to be more of the songwriter guy.
DeLeo brother.
Okay.
DeLeo.
And he had an
Both of them.
acoustic on his lap. He's the bass player in the band. He has acoustic guitar on his lap, and he starts playing the songs.
Because he's writing songs, right?
He wrote those songs. He's just, I'm going to play it on the bass, my brother going to play it on guitar, and we're going to do it. And it was pretty cool interview.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that it was his brother, that they're a brother band.
Yeah, they're a brother band.
Yeah, Dean and Rob. Thanks, BC.
I always worried that if my big brother actually took singing lessons, because I've always been a good singer and I always like to outdo him in certain ways, and I can sing really well, but if he took a few lessons, he's way better than me. He has a bigger power and like a
Hey,
deeper tone. But you need to take some lessons.
music and law showed up.
There he is.
Ryan,
We were talking about
there's
your
been a
earlier,
lot
Ryan.
happening.
Were your ears burning?
Glad you made it, brother.
Yeah.
We've been trying to get Ben's StreamYard paid for the year because it's very
Oh,
expensive.
no, he's already helped out. He's snagging a pedal from me. So
All right,
Oh, right on.
he bought from the purge list.
yeah,
What do you-
yeah.
you
Oh,
put 'em
speaking
on
of which,
paper?
yeah, for those that are still watching, the list will go public this week because I figured we gave the members and the patrons an early sniff, and then
Full head start.
the rest of y'all, which there's been a few that I'm going to edit the list down ever so slightly because some stuff has been sold. And then
I've got a list, but it's not going public. My list is going to go pubic.
No worries, Scott. All good. Yeah. I think I sold 5 pedals
I've got some stuff for sale.
out of 28. And we were discussing, Trev, you and I were discussing the infamous fuzzy pedal, and Ryan was interested in too, but Ryan, no, it's not $20. You ain't getting it for $20.
Is used.
We were talking about doing an auction for Dad's fuzz pedal, which I can say this has been gone through by Lawrence. The only thing is the volume. It would turn all the way. You hear the click. That would turn it off. That doesn't turn off anymore. That part doesn't work. But the volume past that point works fine as intended.
Yeah, well, the time doesn't tell on this one anymore, but it's for sale on my Reverb page. On my my Reclock page. But this still spins, so you can set it to any hour that you want to look at all the time. Like, let's just
Which
say,
would be 2 minutes to midnight, wouldn't it? I mean, why wouldn't it be 2 minutes to midnight?
well, that's
all the time.
because look at this. This fucking doesn't even have midnight on the top. It's got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
That's
4,
not a
3, 2,
clock.
1.
That's not a
This
clock.
is a countdown clock.
That's an oil pressure gauge or some kind of.
It's the end of the world clock. They just go brrr when the end of the world strikes. It's like a countdown clock. Yeah, I don't know. I found it at the Bartolini warehouse, and I was like, not as stoned as I am now, but I was stoned, and I was like, "The fuck? This clock says 10 on it, and 5." Anyway, and it's made by General Electric.
Nice.
I
don't know, Trev. Will we do it on a Monday show? We'll auction this, perhaps.
That's
If
not
folks
a
are
bad
interested,
idea.
type one in the chat if you're interested. We'll do a live auction.
Take us for one more spin. Give us a good ramble down of what you got there.
All right, so this made in Japan, early 70s, late 60s, early 70s, sold through Eaton's stores in Canada, Trev.
Eaton's.
For those who remember,
I know, yeah, familiar.
Catalog, if you will. Excuse me. What can I say? I sent it to Lawrence to be serviced a few years ago. The only thing is the volume, it does have a clickety on-off, but that doesn't work, but the volume itself does once it's on.
It's just a sweep. Yeah.
Other than that, it does a thing. It does a thing.
Right.
So
right on.
There it is. So we're thinking doing an auction for it. Sup, Scott Nixon?
Very cool.
Fuzzy Wuzzy was the bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy.
Thing's older than I am. Put it that way. And I'm old. Not vintage, but I'm old.
I think I'm vintage.
You're vintage.
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear.
But I wear it well. Wow, 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 wow.
But Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair.
Of course not.
I don't know. Did we see any ones in the chat that we should even auction it off, Trev? Or am I just behind in the chat?
I don't see any. Did you say put ones in the chat if you want to see it auctioned off?
I am now.
You want to do a
one
poll?
in the chat.
He wants to do a poll, but he's too lazy. So just comment in the chat.
It's not lazy as much as coordinated.
Okay. I don't know.
Josh
doesn't show. Are we?
Josh Scott has the biggest pedal collection.
Well, yeah, that's. So I'm assuming Josh won't bid then, Scott. Is what Scott's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. He doesn't.
Is it noisy? It can't. Well, we'll figure. That's right. It doesn't have a power adapter connection, so I've got to find my adapter that converts into a 9-volt connection.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then we can fire it up, or I'll just put a 9-volt battery in it. I got batteries. That's an option.
Battery.
Give us a demo.
We'll do a demo of it one week, and then all that. Or we'll do a demo the week prior, at least, as the teaser. Hey, here it is.
There you go.
And then the next week we'll
give people a chance
Prince
to digest.
Bambi. Prince song Bambi. I don't know. I'll have to look it up.
What years it made? Maybe aiming for a birth year pedal. I found limited information. It was hard to find information on it the last time I looked, which was in and around 10 years ago. And there was very limited. I tracked down, it was because Dad's like, I don't even remember getting that, and blah, blah, blah. I was like, well, you left it freaking Don's house in the 70s or whatever. So he obviously didn't really bond with it, per se. And go figure, because he's playing through a solid-state amp. He was playing through the Baldwin amp. I don't think a fuzz into a solid-state amp is going to be the best tone.
Fizzy wizzy pubic hair sticking out your underwear.
Oh, dear Lord.
He's been doing the gummies with.
Yeah. I think Terry's been imbibing himself this evening. Yeah. So
that was back when they made the pedals out of almost the same housing that they made the bottom of the microphone stand.
Well, kind of similar shape. It's got the crackle finish, that's for sure, and it's like point to point. There, I don't even know if there was a circuit board in it. It's almost like it's just a bunch of components floating in there, going off to connections.
The wires are holding them where where they need to be. Well, that happens sometimes inside guitars.
It's got a floating ground. Clearly, it's not mounted to anything.
Didn't your bass player have floating internals in his Wardlock at one point? We talked about that earlier.
He did.
Hey, it just fell out. Ryan Hall. I'll say it's a pedal I'm interested in, but then it's up to you. And I think the auction is cool.
Yes. All right, you bid on it. So yeah, Ryan has a standing offer for $20. He's throwing down the opening bid of $20.
I'm so terrible with pedals. I found a tone, and then I listened to a friend of mine do a speech on like tone chasing, and trying to find happiness or inner peace with what you have, and not.
It's been a journey, Seth. I'm just about dialed in with the board, but based on ignorance is bliss, unless something better comes along that I haven't heard yet. I like what I like, but that's the problem. Then I hear something new that I really like. I'm like, I can't unhear that, and I want it.
Right.
So money is limiting me. I think I would have some Strymon pedals. Like if I had unlimited resources.
The name of the pedal again. I'll just type it in the chat. Try just. Yeah, there we go. SG Studios. Yeah.
But actually,
Scott
Lawrence.
Scott knows about pedals. He's up on the pedals. He knows. What's being satisfied with the setup feel like? I don't know, Rob. I really don't know.
With the guitar setup or just a sound setup, your tone setup?
Well, and that's the thing. Like, I find most of the time I like my tone, let's say 90% of the time, but every once in a while, I'm off and I don't like it. So for me, the perfect time is no matter what guitar I plug in, based off the combination of pedals I have, because I do like to stack pedals, and I'm okay with that. I don't expect to be able to put on the exact combination for the same rig for any guitar, but it might be taking away or adding an extra gain stage depending on how hot the pickups are. We'll say,
yep.
But it will still sound similar, and I like it, and I'm never put off because if I don't like my tone, I'm not playing more than 10, 15 minutes.
I set up for going back and forth typically between two guitars, one with humbuckers, one with single coils, and I use my compressor pedal as my go-between. And I could do it either way. I could set the compressor pedal to be on for when I'm on, single coils or humbuckers. It just takes different tweaking. But then after that, then my whole setup, like I have my Mesa Boogie 3-channel that has clean, mid boost and crazy Mesa boost. And that's all I need. I have that, and I have split it out with separated to kind of a wet dry, but it's really just dry signal because it splits out through my
Mike B live
SY1 pedal and my fly rig. So that's like my whole tone. And then it's pretty big at that point because
he's back. Maybe not, John. That was quick.
Nah, that was too quick for a poop. That was just a water.
Way too quick. That would have been a lightning poop.
I was going to mention here, Joe says, thoughts about people selling handmade pedals on Reverb. I thought about getting one. Thank you. All right, so that's what I'm going to say, Trev. Just because it's handmade doesn't make it necessarily good.
Yeah.
Okay. Where anything else, for the most part, generally handmade will be better. However, there's handmade, like our friend Lawrence at LPD Pedal. He's sourcing good quality components, building an awesome sounding circuit, blah, 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 and it's going to cost boutique money. As opposed to you or I or Trev can buy a kit for $45 off of, the Jungle website, build it ourselves and put it up. That's a handmade pedal, but it's lower quality components. It's going to be, atrocious soldering. So, just because it's handmade doesn't mean it's good. That's what I'm saying. So,
it could just be a shitty kit that somebody put together.
Well, right,
yeah. Like then your components aren't even like depends on what you want, man. If you want the real deal, get the real deal.
Great
What was it? A
industrial
Dumble
arts project.
What was it? Who was playing the Dumble? Depp and the Dumble and somebody else with a D.
Hand assembled. Fine, John, if you want to get particular. Yes, we're not making this board. Although I've done that. sitting there with the old tray of acid with the PC board in there, and I'm agitating it because the bubbler didn't work anymore. So I'm saying, it's like making popcorn in the 80s on your stovetop.
Right? Jiffy Pop.
Agitate. Just breathe in the... No fucking mask. No mask, Trev. No ventilation. It's just big shop class. So you got... All right, Steve from Boston. Who are you? He's got buddy cat all of a sudden. Yeah. Then,
I guess he heard me taking a piss and he came running in because he's like, all of a sudden he's my new best friend.
Wants to hang out now. Mm-hmm. Handmade comes with
nothing, Michael. No worries. I used to be able to solder confidently, and then like that's gone. So.
John. Yes.
My niece are fools. I'm making popcorn on the stove tonight.
There you go.
I'm
always a fan of the hot air popper. Those little hot air poppers.
Oh, they were great.
And you put the little butter tray on there and melt up a nice chunk of butter. And can't beat
See, Bo remembers making those boards. That's what we did in electronics class.
Mm-hmm. Right? Industrial arts, high school.
Yeah.
Make something. Okay. Can I make something that's cool? Sure.
Grade 12, we had to make an AM radio and tune in the local radio station. And it was pass-fail. Either worked or it didn't.
Right on.
Yay. Nope, no pressure. No pressure.
I'm going to go get this
never
guy
thought
some...
it killed 5 volume pots. Yeah. I've killed a pot. I killed a bunch of pot tonight. Made my first pedal when I was 16. That's killer, Scott.
Yep. That's cool.
Would you...
I tried to, but I couldn't source all the components. I think the AM radio might have been grade 11 because grade 12, I was trying to make a combination chorus, vibrato, and flanger all in one pedal.
Oh wow!
But just from a schematic. All it was is the teacher had a binder of various schematics. You want to build a radio, you want to build, a flashing light system, all these different circuits, right? So I'm going through, and I'm like, meh. Guitar pedal. This is why I've been taking this course since grade 9, Seth. We're now in grade 12. You've been taking it. You're in your 4th year. You're competent on how to make a circuit board from scratch. Here's a fucking sheet of copper on fiberboard. Make your circuit. Okay. And I'm like, this is awesome. And then I'm trying to source the parts at the school. They only had so many. Fortunately, we had Radio Shacks back then. So you can walk in, look for a 48 microfarad capacitor, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Oh, yeah, here you go.
We got everything, right.
Which was awesome.
We still have Lasher Electronics in Berkeley, California that is like Radio Shack on steroids, and they still exist. You can walk in, they have everything.
That's a blast from the past.
When you come to Cali, we will go there, and if you go there, because
everything smell the electronics gassing off. Just to smell the electronics gassing off.
Yeah, and it's colorful, and you're like, and your brain starts thinking of all the things you could do, and you look at something else, you're like, oh my god, there's a sweep controller that I could use. I could put that in, and then I can do my volume on a sweep. You know what I mean?
I don't know how many Toronto area people we have in the chat watching, but there used to be, Trev, one of the highlights I his, because as much as I love hanging out on Yonge Street in Toronto, I also like Queen West. Because Queen West, you had much music, at $2.99. Mm-hmm. Then you work your way back to Yonge. Well, along there, you had Steve's Music along the way, which was an epic music store. You also had a kick-ass comic book store that I can't remember the name of, but it was awesome. Mm-hmm. Possibly 2 floors of comics. But they also had another, because it's old Toronto, Trev, so it is like, your main street in any small town kind of thing. Big ass electronics warehouse, liquidated stock.
Right.
Awesome. I'd always go in there. We'd snag up stuff. Right. Great.
Music therapy.
Silver Snail. Exactly. Retro Puffer. I knew. See. Trev.
Yeah.
I hear you. Music therapy. There's another store down there that has all the
Retro has the Retro knows he's got some other. My chair's starting to fall down now. Great. Shock's wearing again. What's up, Dustin? Silver
For
Snail Comics. Yeah, and that was the thing. If you need a group enough people like with diverse interests to make a trip to Toronto to chip in on gas, because there is a parking lot right along Queen across the street, roughly at Silver Snail. Fair enough. So you get a couple comic book friends, they chip in. A couple guys want to hit the electronics warehouse, they'd kick in.
Everybody rolls out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember what it cost in gas. $20-$30 round trip back in the day, but it's 30-something years ago.
$16,000.
Yeah. Houston, we have a leak.
$6 a gallon here, y'all. American.
Crazy.
$6 a gallon. But I don't drive. I use my e-bike. Whee!
Perfect.
I drive a little bit when I have to, but, that Geo Metro doesn't use too much gas anyway.
I drive when I have to, or I just don't leave the house.
Yeah, I just ride.
I don't need to leave the house. I don't leave the house.
Don't need
I'll go
to.
to the yard. I don't need to leave the house necessarily. Leave the house, I mean leave the property, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Got to go out and get some sun each day. That's for sure.
I got a deck. I get to sit out on the deck, chill. We're on a hill.
Nice.
We look down. Got mountains in the back. It's pretty
I
beautiful.
took advantage of said deck after we hung out today, Seth, because by 1 p.m. Eastern, we're already pushing 80 degrees, and it's Canada, and it's October. And I'm like,
Oh, you got it.
Yeah. Beautiful. Almost perfect weather, huh?
it's going to be like that most of this week. It's crazy. I don't know what's going on with the weathers and stuff, but I've got California weather in December leading into Thanksgiving where I might get a sunburn on Thanksgiving, where I'm pretty sure it's been very cold and overcast, usually Thanksgiving weekend, as one usually has. But
It's supposed to start raining here tomorrow, and it's going to rain through till Thursday.
May.
And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday are going to be outstanding.
John, we work so hard to get these houses.
Look at that, Trev. He's on the coast, right?
Yeah.
206 a liter.
So yeah, and then with conversion, that's over $6 a gallon. It's like $8.50 Canadian a gallon.
That's crazy. That's hardcore. I like to stay home.
That's what's up. Thank you, Microcross. All right, I'll take your word for it.
Nice. Terry got out there, did a walk in the sun and the cool breeze.
I've been doing that lately. I've been when I had to stop at the drugstore to mail off a package to a fella because what? You go to the drugstore to mail a package? Well, you do because you got a small Canada Post kiosk within the drugstore somehow.
Mm-hmm.
So sure, And so what I did was and it's in the mall. So what I did is on purpose, Seth, I parked away in the parking lot. Where they got for the Christmas. Those spots that you see. There's an RV usually. There's always a random RV parked out along the outer. And I'm just like, you know what? I'll take the exercise. And I did my little walk all the way down and back. But then I wasn't expecting to buy stuff in the drugstore apparently after going to the postal. So then I had packages. I'm like, oh, now this sucks balls because I parked way the fuck across.
Well, now you got to walk all the way back out there.
Yeah, carrying a bunch of crap. So that was
damn $265 to fill my truck. Thank Christ for the company card. Yes, that helps. $3.60 a gallon in Mass. I'll take it. Yes, can I fill my car up there, please? Although I don't drive, so I don't have to fill up my car. I mean, really, I fill up my wife's car if I take it and it's empty, and I just fill it up for her.
So,
well, there you go. Hey, bro. How's it going?
Hey, it's Quentin James. Let's call that.
Right on.
I was in a bit of a hurry, and I got my shirt on backwards or something.
Backwards and inside out. That's fine.
But y'all
it's inside out anyway.
Y'all talking about sitting outside and playing guitar. I'll sit out there. Does it help if I point that way? Because that's but I did trim the bushes because it makes my deck look bigger.
Of course.
Nice. Yeah. Yes.
I had to come back on. I was counting. I got some. I don't know if y'all. I got some Quaaludes. So
Right on.
I'm not going to be upright very long. So.
No, that'll do it. That'll put you right out.
But I do have a challenge for this Seth kid who I've never met. What's up, bro? Quentin James, how's it going?
What up?
He said something about he's a good singer and his brother's a good singer if he took some lessons. He obviously hadn't heard me rip on Happy Birthday, has he?
Whose birthday is it?
What?
Whose
It's
birthday?
Andy Carson's birthday.
Oh, you just obviously haven't seen my Happy Birthday video.
No.
They're viral, like herpes.
Bring it.
Okay. The challenge is the AC/DC TNT Oi challenge. Here's the song. Right? You got to play that, and you got to sing the Oi at the same time.
I can do that. What are you talking? I'm a
No,
singer.
you
I'm a
can't.
guitar player.
No, you can't.
Well, I'll make a video and I'll post it just so you know.
Malcolm would play it, and Angus would stand there, not playing, and do the Oi. Because the Oi comes in like
It comes in on the offbeat because I used to have to
a
do
little
it.
bit past the
Yeah,
end
but it
of
can be
the-
done.
Yeah, it can be. I've done it. I had to do it before that song.
Oi,
It's
oi.
well harder. It
Man,
sucks.
that is-
Yeah, I know, because I was like, "Fuck, this sucks. I got to play it and sing it." I'm like,
You
one of
can't.
y'all got to play it and I'll sing it, or the other way. Like Quentin say it, and they're like, "No, you got to do both." I'm like, "Fuck
It's like
you."
chewing bubble gum and walking at the same time.
You can fake it a little bit too, like if depending on how you're playing it, you can flub it a little bit and make it work. But yeah. I mean, so Quentin, rather than hit you with a challenge, why don't you go and listen to my song, Seth Presley, I Need You Now, and tell me if you like it.
Yeah.
I said I'm a singer. I have a song you could listen to, and then you can just tell me if you like my voice.
Does it have one of these chords in it? A minor 7 or A minor 9.
They're mainly power chords. I'm very
Don't
simple.
make me do
One of
math.
the pay-per-view chords. Those aren't the free chords. Those are the
You're
pay-per-view.
fucking hippies. It's like that fucking hippies.
Damn.
Where do they come up with these? Just play a cowboy chord for fuck's sake. Trev, what's up, bro?
Hey, hanging out.
What's the temperature like there in the Trev shack?
Oh, it's totally a little chilly. Not even. No, it's 72. So perfect.
It's 70 here in the Quentin crib. Yes, I do have the air conditioner on. Does it help if I point that way to the air conditioner? I'm just hoping the furnace doesn't kick on. Then I'll get that sweating on the walls effect. And
Right.
Right.
Then they're just
Rainforest.
fighting. It's
Well, the
nature
birds will
battling
like it.
itself, heat and cooling. Yeah.
Birds will like
Hey,
it.
disco.
Like, actually create clouds in your place.
Yeah, then you create clouds, and next thing you know, it's raining in the kitchen.
well, Ben, I went up to the penis bomb
places
store, and they got more crazy goddamn air fresheners up there. I've never seen so much. They got one like these Slipknot masks you put on, and it's got a hose. You kids and your air fresheners today, I tell you what.
That's that's some kind of
No,
I think
we-
that's more of a pink thing than anything else. I don't think that was a bomb store.
We had Job 1.5 back in the day. Maybe some Easy Riders, but you just had to roll your own, baby.
What's up,
Right.
Scott Nicholson?
Did you ever have the joint rolling machine?
No.
We did. That was-
Yeah.
roller with the little.
Yeah, man. Who you calling a hippie? Some of them even had the little zigzag guy on it.
And you had the Leonard Skinner live album for de-seeding your ganja.
Oh yeah.
Because if you were giving somebody a shotgun and a seed popped in your mouth, that was bad news, man.
Oh,
You just blow it wide open.
I've been there. Yeah. Allegedly, I've been there.
Depth charge effect. Yeah.
We don't have
Can't
seats.
believe we let passing that around.
it's like
Seeds
movie
on the
popcorn
chips.
butter. It's just right.
Well, all the cool kids are in here. There's
Yeah,
Ryan.
51 people watching.
sure.
We got, like, I don't know, 40,000 thumbs ups, and
There's Scott Brockway who thinks I'm still mad at him. I'm not.
Just
My knees.
giving
Every time I see my knees hurt, it's like, yeah, my
Easy.
back hurts, bro.
Easy.
Dude, Seth, I don't know what that clock thing was, but I want one. I don't care what it does. That's pretty cool.
It came from
I just
Timer
checked,
from
Trev.
Bill
We are now
Bartolini's warehouse.
108
What?
away from 5,000.
Bartolini pickups?
Excellent.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
helped clean out his warehouse because he actually recently passed away, Bill Bartolini. But you know, everybody dies. But this is I didn't realize that, you know, it's a,
That looks like a metric system clock. It just 1 to 10. What?
it's a countdown clock. I think it counts down because they would pop their pickups would be covered with silicone. You're shredding.
Dude, I hated play. I mean, when you're playing live, like whatever song you're playing, it's the greatest song in the world, right? You have to act that way. I
Yeah.
hated that song, but the crowd would lose their ever loving freaking mind.
Let me
And
go.
And I'm walking on. Oh, dear. Like Brown Eyed Girl. If I never play Brown Eyed Girl again, it'll be too soon.
Yeah.
You can just play that song 4 times in a row.
Oh, God.
You'd be happy.
The amount of times they played the Cranberries' Zombie.
Oh, God.
Yep.
Or anything by Hootie and the Blowfish. All the girls would run up. Oh, my God. They're playing Hootie. I love Hootie. Yeah, lift your shirt up. Shut up. Jesus.
Everybody loves Hootie. Gotta love me some Hootie.
So, or the, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
uh-huh.
They were really good, except they weren't that fun live, but they're so
Yeah,
good. They could play. Like they would let you hear the whole everything happen. Look, come to me, my balls, and to you.
Whoops. Sorry, the Quaaludes are kicking in. I'm sorry.
I
Nice.
alone spearfish. I alone chuck fruit.
Oh, wait a minute. God, see if I can do this one, if you can hear it. Wait, watching traffic for. I don't remember the words.
4 o'clock, the cartoons start. Waiting.
Or the
Oh, shit. Keep going. Well, no.
We don't need all the copyrights tonight because Quentin's like,
We're gonna get copyrighted for that. 'Cause
easy there, Quentin.
some more hippie
we know all
chords.
the chords.
No,
All right.
collect yourself.
Easy. We don't need all the copyrights in one night.
We're giving people flashbacks now. It's the 90s. It's shitty 90 music hour. It's only shitty because I'm singing.
I played in a college rock band in the
Great.
90s.
His playing's great.
That's what
I'm
happens.
making it shitty.
I played in a college rock band in the 90s. Bite me.
You know what? That's the shit.
That was
Good
the
old
shit.
days.
That was so much. I mean,
Yeah.
Green Day, Bush.
Bush.
Oh,
I'm
fuck
never
it.
alone. I'm alone all the time. Aren't we at one? Do you lie? That was heavy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
Rick
they
rolling.
really don't like that one.
I'm Rick rolling Ben.
I have to pee very bad.
I'm diabetic. I have to pee while I'm peeing.
I should have
Well,
worn
you
one
go
of
do
those
that stuff.
astronaut diapers for this show.
We'll take it till the top of the hour. How about that? We'll go till the top of the
There you
hour,
go.
folks.
I can't.
Go
I'm gonna
ahead.
be in big trouble. I gotta go.
No,
Well, you
ahead,
go do
tie it
your
up.
thing, and then, just
Dude,
come
come
back.
back.
If you shake it more than 3 times, you're playing with it.
No, I'm saying I have to go because I'm gonna be in big
Oh.
trouble because I am.
Oh, you need to go.
Yeah,
Ah.
because my wife expects me to have dinner. I'm gonna go up there so fucking hammered right now and try to hold it together and have dinner. I'm like,
Right.
hi, honey.
Well, that
I'm okay.
reason.
Oh, I smell a
So-
little bit like beer and weed, and I'm a little bit flushed. Oh,
all right. So on that
And
note,
generally
folks,
easy to
we're
get
gonna
along
wrap
with.
things up.
Here, dude,
Yeah, Trev. Let's
I'll
hope to
send-
make it to 90 minutes, Trev.
I'll
Let's
send you
hope.
some
Right.
Quaaludes, man. They'll make you feel better. They'll perk you right up.
I'll
That's
take a
what
couple.
yeah.
Hang on.
I only
Can
did
we cut
cocaine.
these card, Trev? In order. Thank you tonight to Paul McNary,
Yeah.
Guitar, Ferd Burfel, JP Page
I
2.
love you guys.
Oh, you
Maloney.
do that? Oh, you know who's on. I love
You've
you.
been so
Dang.
good. You're my boy, dude.
And
Trev.
William Blow.
Trev's right there.
Cheers.
Oops,
You
excuse
know,
me.
there's Ben. Ben's the man. Woo-hoo.
I know he's been him.
Met Quentin.
Of course, Legend Pops,
Met Quentin
Seth, y'all.
and Trev.
Hold doors open. Let Quentin James heading in traffic because he's on his way to the Ghetto Kroger. And don't ask him for a cigarette. Jeez, get your
Right.
own.
Yeah, we don't
Get your
smoke.
own cigarettes if you can't. God
Yeah,
damn
Get
it.
your own. And then, happy tone chasing and don't litter.